In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to make an extremely simple and resource-friendly cocoa bean farm. First of all, let me teach you how to use properly this machine. First step is placing loads of cocoa beans like this on both sides of the jungle logs. Wait until it's grown, and once it is fully grown and ready for harvest, press this button. It might be a little bit laggy and you will see loads of cocoa bean will be harvested. Now, there is possible that this happens if your cocoa bean farm is too long. It's possible here that the redstone is too long to be able to be powered by a single repeater. If ever that happens, all you need to do is come here to the little crossing of where it stops and simply place a repeater and a block like this on both sides, and this will repeat the redstone signal and will not perturbate at all the machine. So now if you press it again, you will see the last row gets also harvested. So just a fun little fact that you should probably watch out if you intend to make a big cocoa bean farm. So what happens is when you press this button, it'll activate the redstone here, which will activate all of these pistons, which will push all of the logs to the side, which will harvest all of our cocoa beans. And then it'll activate this 12 tick delay set of repeaters, which will afterwards activate all of these pistons once the first set of piston is done. So essentially, these pistons here push the whole bunch of logs to the side, and then these pistons here move the logs back to their original state. So that is essentially how it works. And this farm is quite quick, and I mean, come on, this is so satisfying. Just look at this, how everything moves. You see there, you could see it push everything there and then be pushed back to its original state. You will generate around about a stack and a half extra cocoa beans after you have replanted them. Normally there are 48 cocoa beans which get used up on replanting, and then on top of that there's a stack and a half left over for cookies or whatever you need cocoa beans for. Now let's go to the materials. These over here are the materials required to do a basic slice. In case this is the first slice, which kind of requires the repeater clock and all of that, you're going to have to add these redstone components. Then you need temporary blocks, and logically you need at least one cocoa bean to start up your farm. For a regular slice, all you want to do is place 2 pistons like this, then go 12 jungle log blocks out like this. Damn it, I wasn't counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So just do that for both heights. Then add 2 more pistons, but with a 1 block gap. Then on top of both sets of piston, put a block and a redstone dust on top. So do that for both sides, and there you go. This is your regular slice. In case this is your first slice, which requires the little motor, all you need to do is simply cover the jungle logs with a set of slabs like this. Then on the side which has the gap, simply add 3 4-tick repeaters, and then add redstone dust to the rest of the line, just like this. Now you will need a button, and it'll have to be a stone button. Wood buttons have too long of a redstone pulse, and it only works with stone buttons. So as you see, if you press it there, normally that's how it works, and then logically you need to plant your cocoa beans which you intend to grow. Do note that you need your slices to have a 2-block gap between them so that you can place cocoa bean on this side and on that side. Now to connect these motors, well, the clock here with the rest of the slices, simply add 2 slabs between each segment and add redstone dust on top of them, just like so. And normally now, if you were to press the button again, you would see that the same thing would happen with this slice here. In case you have the same problem as I had here, that your redstone line was becoming too long, what you want to do is come here to this sort of little bridge here between slices. Simply get rid of the two redstone dusts on both sides. Make sure that your two repeaters are aligned, otherwise it can generate problems. So anyway, this is what you want to do. You want to put a repeater and a block here. Now, it doesn't have to be a block, it can be redstone dust, except that redstone dust is kind of harder to get compared to a block. So I would add a block, but you do you and I'll do me. And now, as you see, when you press the button, it still works, and all you need to do is add a block and a repeater to repeat your redstone pulse. Well guys, it's the end of the video. Now before you leave, I'd like to say one thing. Seriously, do not underestimate the speed of these farms. Cocoa beans take something like 5 minutes to grow and are extremely fast, which means that in a day you will get 6 stacks of cocoa bean for a single slice. So seriously, do not waste your time and resources creating 15 or 30 slices, because you are going to be more than flooded with cocoa bean. In my survival world, I currently have 3 slices of these cocoa bean farms, and I'm more than flooded. I have chests filled to the brim with cocoa bean, and it's kind of a hassle. I mean, I guess technically you could simply not harvest, which is kind of what I'm doing currently, but it does take forever to consume cocoa beans. Other little thing is you could definitely add some sort of observer system to be able to detect when a cocoa bean is fully grown and then automatically harvest it. Or you could add hoppers in between the sections, although I seriously think that this is better because it's much more resource friendly and you have control on when this machine harvests and when this machine doesn't harvest. Basically, that's all. Have a great day. This was Orange Knight. I'm out.